It's another beautiful day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. It's our blessings pause. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and then you also turn on post notification bell. So we're entering the weekend and a lot of matches, big matches will be played across all the countries in Europe, starting from England to Germany to Italy to Spain and will end in France. In the English Premier League, we have Manchester City traveling to the American Express Stadium to play Brighton and Hove Albion. Liverpool will be playing at the Anfield with Aston Villa. And then on Sunday is where we're going to watch the big match of the weekend, where Arsenal will also play against Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. And in Spain, Real Madrid will be playing against Osasuna after some disastrous matches they've played in the league against Barcelona and against AC Milan. And then in Italy, one of the big matches in the Italian Serie A will also come off on Sunday, where Napoli will be playing Inter Milan. So Napoli will travel to Inter Milan, the San Siro, to play International Milan. Is going to be one part of the match that will decide the title in the English Premier League. But I'll be starting from the English Premier League, where Brighton and Hove Albion playing against Manchester City. Manchester City, for the first time since 2016, has lost 3 matches consecutively, and the Pep's Manchester City is not that same Manchester City we watched last season and even at the beginning of the season. And it's all because of the injury Manchester City has faced in recent times. They faced a lot of injury crisis. The Dokus, the Jack Grealish, the Rodrigo Cascantes, the Kevin De Bruyne are all injured and they'll be able to. They've not been featuring in matches for Manchester City, which has led to their inconsistent and bad performance in matches they've played recently. And tomorrow against Brighton and Hove Albion at the American Express Stadium, Brighton this season hasn't been bad. They are eighth on the league table with 16 points. Manchester City are second with 23 points. But yes, Manchester City have not been the Manchester City that we can just confidently tell you that Manchester City are going to win this match. In the last 5 matches, the Manchester City has won 4 of the last 5 matches. Then one has ended in a draw, which means in the last 5 matches in the Premier League, Brighton and Hove Albion are yet to win a match against Manchester City. But yet, this match is a difficult match based on the recent performance of Manchester City. So if you are going to be careful, and if you are going to stake a bet on this particular match, you are considered double chance Manchester City over 1.5 in this particular match. Be very careful considering straight win for Manchester City because Pep Guardiola's side are facing injury crisis, and this hasn't been good for Manchester City. In the last match they played, they lost to Sporting CP from Portugal by 4 goals to 1, which is a bad record. And in the Premier League, the last match they played was against Bournemouth. Bournemouth are sitting 10th on the table. They lost to Bournemouth by 2 goals to 1. This has clearly showed the current performance of Manchester City that it's not good, and you can't be too confident about a win for Manchester City. The next match we're going to talk about is going to be the Liverpool and the Aston Villa match at the Anfield. Liverpool under Arne Slot this season has been a revelation, and Arne Slot has been a very extraordinary coach in replacement of Jurgen Klopp. I mean, I've already said this that the time Jurgen Klopp decided to leave Liverpool, none of us believed Arne Slot will come and take over this Liverpool team and then play 14 matches and lose only one match in the 14 matches he'll play. This is something. This is something we were all not expecting. But Arne Slot has done that. You could clearly see how he has improved this Liverpool team. Last time there were some players who were not extraordinary, who were not playing good, but this time Arne Slot has been able to improve those players. We can talk of Cody Gakpo, we can talk of Luis Diaz, and then those kind of players. A lot of people were saying Mohamed Salah was his form was coming down. He was his performance in matches was not at all that extraordinary. But this season, Mohamed Salah has been one of the best players in the Liverpool team. Curtis Jones has been a fantastic player. McAllister, the Brian Gravenberch, and Ryan Gravenberch is part of the best midfielders in the English Premier League this season. It's all under Arne Slot. So you can see how good they are under this new manager. And against Aston Villa, Aston Villa is one stubborn side in the English Premier League. You can't say you beat Aston Villa confidently because they can cause shock at any point in time. This is in their seat on the league table. Yes, they are sitting on the league table, which is not bad. Even though Liverpool are first on the table, they are seats on the table, which is not bad. Yes, they qualified for the Champions League last season, and they are hoping to also qualify for the Champions League next season. That's what Unai Emery and his boys will try to do against Liverpool. But trust me, it's under Arne Slot, and it's at the Anfield behind their or in front of their supporters. So it will clearly show Liverpool anytime they need their supporters comes to rally behind the team. And in their last match they played against Brighton and Hove Albion, they were down by 1 goal to them in the first half. The second half they came to equalize, and then they won the match at the end of the day at Anfield. So at Anfield, Liverpool, you can always have some, small confidence in Liverpool. You can have some trust in Liverpool because at home the supporters will always rally behind them. In the last 5 matches Liverpool has played against Aston Villa in the English Premier League, Liverpool has won 3 of them, and then 2 has ended in a draw. So Aston Villa are winless in the last 5 matches against Liverpool, which is not a good record for Liverpool, which is not a good record for Aston Villa. But hey, they can cause any shock at any point in time. But Liverpool starts this match as favorite. So you can consider Liverpool double chance in this particular fixture. Now let's move on to the Saturday matches in the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid will be playing Osasuna at the Santiago Bernabeu, and Real Madrid are in a bad shape right now. Not too bad, but as compared to the standard of Real Madrid, as compared to the standard and the pedigree of Real Madrid, losing to Barcelona and then coming back to sit at home and also lose to AC Milan, who is not performing well in the Italian Serie A. This is something Liverpool or sorry, Real Madrid didn't expect coming, even though before the match against Barcelona, Barcelona were a big favorite because of the recent form of FC Barcelona. But you can't talk same or you can't say same as compared to AC Milan because in the Italian Serie A they are not extraordinary, but they were able to come to the Santiago Bernabeu under the roof of Real Madrid and they beat Real Madrid by 3 goals to 1, which was surprising. But tomorrow against Osasuna at the Pamplona, I don't think Real Madrid will go 3 matches losing all those 3 matches. Yes, we've heard of Carlo Ancelotti saying they've been able to rectify the problem at Real Madrid, and then in the next match they go to play, which is against Osasuna, you will see improvement in the team. And he made it clear that the defensive line of Real Madrid or the defense of Real Madrid is underperforming, which I've been talking about this for a very long time. Because we check the defensive line of Real Madrid, you talk of Lucas Vasquez, you talk of Eder Militao, Antonio Rudiger, you also talk of Ferland Mendy. These people hasn't been in the best of form this season, and the previous matches they've played, you could see the errors these players have been committing. That has been leading to goals against Real Madrid. And according to Carlo Ancelotti, people are saying the attack has been a problem because Vinicius Junior and Kylian Mbappe refuse to press anytime they are without the ball. The midfield hasn't been too good, but Carlo Ancelotti laid emphasis on the defense that the defense hasn't been too good and they are working to improve on the defense, which is quite understandable. But tomorrow against Osasuna, Osasuna beat Barcelona by 4 goals. That's the only defeat Barcelona has suffered this season in the Spanish La Liga. So tomorrow against um, Real Madrid away, can they also do same as what they did to FC Barcelona? I don't think this is going to happen, and I expect Vinicius Junior and Kylian Mbappe to come to the occasion, to rise to the party, and also make sure Real Madrid win this match because a lose for Real Madrid is going to be a disastrous something for Real Madrid because losing 3 matches consecutively and it's going to be Carlo Ancelotti is going to be in a tight corner because Real Madrid won't sit down and allow the team to go down. A team that won the Champions League last season, won the Spanish La Liga last season, to win to lose 3 consecutive matches. It's not going to be something good for Liverpool. I don't think Carlo Ancelotti will sit down behind his nose and then allow Madrid to win this, but to lose this match against Osasuna, which is not a top club in the Spanish La Liga. Yes, they had their moments and they won against Barcelona, but I don't think it will be an easy match. I don't think Osasuna can beat Real Madrid away tomorrow at the Santiago Bernabeu. Now we move on to the Sunday matches, and I want us to okay. Let's start from the English Premier League. Manchester United will play in Leicester City, and after Eric Ten Hag was sacked, Manchester City has played 3 matches under Ruud van Nistelrooy. They've won 2 of those matches and they've drew one. And the first match they won under Ruud van Nistelrooy in his first match was against Leicester City in the Carabao Cup. Tomorrow they are playing against the same Leicester City under Ruud van Nistelrooy in the English Premier League. I don't think Leicester City will be a tough opponent for Manchester United because they've not after they returned in the English Premier League from the Championship last season. They've not been solid enough. Jimmy Vardy, Falawi Shaku, and the other guys haven't put in a splendid performance. You can see they are going to give a Manchester City a 12 game. I see Manchester United. Manchester United, and I see Manchester United win this particular match tomorrow against Leicester City. And the big match is going to be Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Yes, Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Both teams are suffering some injury problems. Some key players in the clubs are doubtful because for Chelsea, Kopama is doubtful for this match. Kopama is the best player for Chelsea for last season and this season. And then Declan Rice, one of the most important midfielders in the Arsenal squad, is also doubtful. Mikel Arteta in his press pre-match conference said he's not sure as to whether Declan Rice will be able to play against Chelsea on Sunday. And Enzo Maresca also said he's not sure or he's not confident that Kopama can feature in the match against Arsenal on Sunday. This leaves both sides confusing, both coaches confusing, because a Chelsea team without Cole Palmer, who is going to be the number 10 for Chelsea. They have Nkunku, who can act as the number 10, the attacking midfielder. They have Enzo Fernandez, who can also play as the attacking midfielder. They have Joao Felix, who can also play as an attacking midfielder. But these strikers, are these players more efficient and more dangerous as compared to Cole Palmer? The answer is no. Yes, Joao Felix is a good prospect, and we saw his quality when he came to Barcelona in Atletico Madrid. But Cole Palmer in recent times has been a fantastic, and he has been the best player for Chelsea. Now for Arsenal, Declan Rice, Arsenal has shown this season that even though they are not scoring more goals, they have a good defense. And before you have a compact defense, that means your midfield should be working perfectly. And the midfield partner of Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and even Mikel Merino, or even Martin Odegaard, has shown that defensively it's not easy to break through those particular midfielders. And this has been one thing that has been helping William Saliba and then Gabriel Magalhaes not to face more balls in the matches they played. But now Declan Rice is doubtful, and Arsenal is going to be a big headache for Mikel Arteta and his Arsenal squad as to how they are going to fare this particular match. So you are going to see a starting lineup from Chelsea. You will see Robert Sanchez in post. You'll get the skipper for the side, Reece James in right back. The centre back player is going to Levi Kowa, and then Wesley Fofana, and left back is either Marco Kurela or Malo Gusto. The other people is going to be Romeo Lavia and Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo had a very, very good game against Manchester United last weekend, and Romeo Lavia too has been a good partner to Moses Caicedo. So they are going to be the um, double pivot for Chelsea. Now in front of them is where Kopama is doubtful. So we could see Christopher Nkunku ahead of Joao Felix. And then in the wings, we are going to see Pedro Neto, we are going to see Nando Madueke, and then Nicholas Jackson, a good starting line 11 on paper. Now, on the side of Arsenal, David Raya, we're going to see Ben White, and then Julian Timber on left back. The centre back pair is going to be William Saliba and then Gabriel Magalhaes. Because of the absence of Declan Rice, we might see Thomas Partey and Jorginho, and then Miguel Merino or Martin Odegaard up front. Gabriel Martinelli, might see Leandro Kai Havertz, and then we also see Bukayo Saka in the starting 11 for Arsenal. It's going to be a difficult game for both sides. The last matches they played, or the last match they played against Arsenal as the Emirates Stadium, ended in a 5-0, or ended in a 5-0 loss to Chelsea. The last 5 matches they played, Arsenal are yet to win. Chelsea are yet to win a match against Arsenal. The last time Chelsea won a match against Arsenal was in 2022. So you could clearly see in recent times, Chelsea finds it difficult to beat Arsenal. That makes the game very, very tricky. Arsenal are fifth on the table. Chelsea are fourth on the table. Chelsea are having a very, very good season this season after the introduction of Enzo Maresca. And then Mikel Arteta's side keep on, shrinking in terms of performance. This match is going to be a difficult match, and it's not easy to predict this particular match. But me, if I will ask you to take a bet on this particular match, I will go for over 1.5 in this particular fixture. Now, in the Spanish La Liga, Barcelona will be playing Real Sociedad. Barcelona will play Real Sociedad at the Anoita. This has been a venue Barcelona used to find, it difficult to beat Real Sociedad at the Anoita, or the home of Real Sociedad. But of late, they've been able to, get some good results against Real Sociedad. Currently, Barcelona are having one of the best seasons in the history of the club. They are scoring 40 goals in the Spanish La Liga, and on top of the Spanish La Liga is something Hansi Flick and his boys are doing very, very well in the Spanish La Liga. Against Real Sociedad end now winning streak of FC Barcelona, because we've seen an FC Barcelona team where Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski, and Rafinha are giving us some good game. The midfield, Marc Asado, Pedri, and then Dani Olmo are giving us some good things we can watch for ourselves. Now, Real Sociedad started the season not too well, but they are also coming into the scene. They're having some good matches, and on the table, Barcelona are first on the table. After 12 matches, I've won 11 matches and I've lost one. They have 33 points on the league table, scoring 40 goals and conceding only 11. But for us, that they are 11th on the table after 12 matches with 15 points, scoring 10 goals, conceding 10 goals. This clearly shows that they are not conceding a lot of goals, but they are not scoring a lot of goals, because they've conceded one goal lesser as compared to FC. Barcelona has conceded one goal more as compared to Real Sociedad. So this match is going to be a difficult match. It's going to be a tricky match for Barcelona. I think Hansi Flick and his boys can manage to at least secure a win in this particular match. In the last 5 matches Barcelona has played against Real Sociedad, Barcelona has won 4 of those matches and has lost one in the last 5 matches Barcelona has played against Real Sociedad. This makes the match more tricky, and I will consider an over 1.5 Barcelona win. Yes, Barcelona will win this match. Barcelona will not lose this match because after this match, we are going for an international break, and Barcelona would like to at least extend the lead or maintain the gap in the Spanish La Liga before the international break. Now let's move on to the Italian Serie A. The title contenders will be playing on Sunday. So at the San Siro, you'll see Inter Milan hosting Napoli. And Napoli has become a title contender because of the emergence of Antonio Conte. We also saw what Antonio Conte did with Chelsea, winning the English Premier League with Chelsea. And we also saw his days in Inter Milan, winning the Scudetto with Inter Milan. Now he's the former coach of Inter Milan, now the current coach of Napoli. He's going to face his former club. Yes, Napoli, the Italian game has been similar. Antonio Conte has shown he's a defensive-minded coach, a three-back coach. But of late, we've seen some twists in his system, and we've seen Antonio Conte for the first time going in for the fullback. And we are seeing a coach who has made some average players become good players and world-class players. They are having a good season in the Italian Serie A. We can talk of Scott McTominay, who was surplus to requirements in the Manchester United setup last season. We saw Napoli, who was useless in the Chelsea setup during the transfer window. And now these are the players who are making them in the Italian Serie A for Napoli. And now Napoli are first on the league table. Yes, in the last match they played against Atlanta, they lost. But at this time, they are going to even face a more tougher opponent as compared to Atlanta. Can they beat, as compared to Atlanta, this Inter Milan? Can they beat Inter Milan? Trust Antonio Conte. When it comes to managing games, when it comes to managing points to win a to win a trophy or to win a league, he's one of the few coaches you can trust. But Inter Milan, they are one of the best teams in Europe, not only in the Italian Serie A, in Europe. They are the only club in the Champions League that are yet to concede a goal in the Champions League. This clearly shows how good and compact their defense is. Because you can talk of Steven De Vrij, we can talk of Alexandro Bastoni, we can talk of Matteo Darmian, Federico Di Marco, Denzel Dumfries. They are all having a very, very good season. Their defensive line is very, very compact. Now in midfield, we can talk of Hakam Çalhanoğlu, Henry Mkhitaryan, Nicolo Valera, and the rest. This clearly shows how Inter Milan are good. They did start the season well. They drew their first match to Udine in their first match they played in the Italian Serie A, which has made them to fall behind Napoli, and they are second on the league table. They said that Sunday match, don't miss this match. It's going to be a very, very interesting match. A defensive-minded coach versus a defensive-minded team. A team that have a compact defense versus a Napoli team that have a defensive-minded coach. But trust me, Lautaro Martinez for Inter Milan will try to come up to the party. Marcus Thuram and then Çalhanoğlu will try to rise to the party because they will need to close the gap between Napoli and then Inter Milan. This makes the game more tricky and difficult. And on the table, or on the Italian Serie A table, Napoli are first with 25 points. Behind is Inter Milan with 24 points. So a win for Inter Milan on Sunday will make Inter Milan move to the top of the table, especially they are playing at home. So they will do whatever they will be able to do. They will do everything in their capacity to make sure they will win this particular fixture. And then Napoli winning this match will extend the gap to 4 points. Will Inter Milan allow Napoli to beat them and extend the gap to 4 points? I think Inter Milan will try to retaliate this particular question Napoli will ask. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's Albertine Sports. You subscribe and also turn on post notification bell. But when you're predicting that match, consider under 4.5 because we will not see a lot of goals in this particular fixture because this fixture hasn't produced a lot of goals of late. This match hasn't produced a lot of goals of late. So this makes the game or the match more dicey. And Antonio Conte, who sits back and allow Inter Milan to come with the ball versus an Inter Milan team who attack. Yes, they will definitely attack because under Simeone Inzaghi, they will attack, but they have a very good defense. The defensive line is very, very compact and a good goalkeeper in Yan Sommer. So they have the men to defend. So they will definitely take the ball to the Napoli players and then they'll have to defend. They'll have to defend very well. So this play shows this match will not produce a lot of goals. So you can consider under 4.5 on this particular fixture or double chance Inter Milan. I don't see Inter Milan losing this match at home. Yes, Inter Milan won't lose this match at home under Simeone Inzaghi or at the San Siro. Yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's Albertine Sports. Subscribe and then turn on the notification bell. Also share the video.